Okay, I finished mulching the bed. We used mostly this hay to mulch that my neighbor was really nice and just gave me about 12 bales of hay, I think. And so that's all here. I did run out like I thought I would because I mulched trees and those raised beds over there. So I did end up getting I did end up getting a bunch of oak leaves, which should do the trick too. So there's that. That's finally done. Feels good to be done with it. Took me a little longer than I thought it would, but it's done. So that's good. And then over here, I've been feeding the deer for 2 years. I've tried a lot of things to keep them out of my garden and have been somewhat successful. I've had victories and some failures, but this year, as you can see, I hooped each one of the beds. So what we'll be doing is, putting 6 mil poly over these, and because I had a greenhouse down over here that the deer, it was a huge hoop house. It was probably, I think it was 70 or 80 feet long and 20 feet wide. This is a huge house, and the deer didn't even think to go in there. They stayed out. So this I have my hopes that this will work. We're gonna do the plastic, and then on the ends here I was just thinking of doing like chicken wire or something like that, just to keep the ends sealed up. I'm not sure that's the way I'll go, but it's just got to be easily accessible for us to do our work and keep the deer out. So those are the two main points there. And of course some of our plants will grow taller than these. I think they're at their highest probably 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall maybe. Down there on the end there's some higher ones, but so I have a ton of chicken wire, so my plan is to take the plastic off when the plants get to where they're about to touch plastic. And man, it's raining. I'm trying to keep water off the camera, but I'll take the plastic off when the plants start getting large, and then I'll just fence each one of these with chicken wire to help keep the deer out. So we'll see how that goes this year too. I've had a lot of other ideas that worked somewhat and didn't, and some others that didn't quite work how I expected them to. I did some guy on YouTube had like a tripwire idea set up, and it worked for the most part. I put stakes, T-posts all around the garden with fishing line tied in between, and then I tied tin cans to the fishing line, set them on a 5-gallon bucket, and so when the deer would walk by, they wouldn't see the fishing line. They'd knock the cans off and it'd scare them away, and it worked for months. And but it was a whole lot of work to get out there and keep up on tying the fishing line, because they would get scared and break the line. And maybe I didn't do it as well as the guy on that video was doing it, but I tried, gave it my best shot, and it just seemed inefficient. It was a lot of work, and it didn't really do the job that I needed it to. And I think that this will be less work. I can get all these hoops covered with poly in a day, and I think it would, in less than a day. And then I would think that it would take about the same amount of time to do the chicken wire on the beds that get or on the beds that the plants get big enough. So yeah, we'll see how this goes and keep everybody posted. This is the first installment for the farm here. I also will be taking on selling plant starts this year. I talked with the guy in town that kind of motivated me to get into that. It seems like a worthwhile venture, so I will post video about that too. So all right, here it is. It's all done. The mulch job's done. We got compost going down the hill for hopefully it'll be ready this spring, the next couple months here. And yeah, we'll keep you updated, and you'll get to see how it goes and what we learn this year. You can learn along with us, and if you have any pointers, I know there's a lot of people out there with a whole lot of knowledge, please send them my way. Always willing to learn how to do something better. Thanks for watching.